Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Infinite Abilities Podcast. I am your host, Nick Yerhart, and we are here to encourage each other to find our own unique abilities. Let's go. All right, everyone. So today we have Derek Morgan, and I've known him for a while. We've been chatting a lot, especially recently because he's helping me with a lot of stuff with my business, which is super incredible, and I'm so thankful to him for doing that. But let's get into it. Derek, can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, Australian, as you can tell from the accent. So I'm down in Brisbane, so a bit of a time difference. But I've grown up in sales, over country boy, grown up in sales for 30 plus years. You can see all the grey, and yeah, over that time, kicked some goals and fell in some holes and learned a few things, and then sort of realised there were some patterns to mistakes people were making, or not mistakes, there were opportunities people were making in sales generally. And yeah, I ended up building a framework to help essentially sales managers, sales teams, coaches, and consultants actually grow their pipeline. And yeah, so lots of different industries, from 20 years in financial services to then tech startups and tech scale ups and enterprise technology. So some time in some service industry. So I've got a pretty broad background from that sales perspective. And yeah, that's mostly what I chat about nowadays. How to fill your pipeline with red hot quality leads that you don't have to spend money on ads to get them.
And as business owners, that's what we all want. And sometimes it's like it's too good to be true. But with your system and all the knowledge that you've gained over the years in all the different industries, you know how to help people do that.
Yeah, and look, it's ridiculously simple when you think about it. So like, to give you an example, I introduced a technology company to a referral partner. We sat them around a boardroom. They all agreed that they should be doing business together. I left them to their own devices. Like 2 years later, I went back to actually work inside that technology business, and I looked inside their big, expensive CRM, and they had no contact with that referral partner for 2 years. I went and had 2 coffees with the guy, and within 6 months, that business wrote $11.2 million. So, so we're not talking about complicated strategies or structures here. It's about like focusing on the people in your existing network that you already know, and actually going and having constructive, deliberate conversations with them that lead to results. It's
Yep.
quite literally that simple. But just to unpack that or round that story off a little bit, if we wrote $11.2 million in 6 months, that means that business missed $44 million in opportunities by not following up, just not being focused and not following up. So, that's a pattern that repeats in pretty much every successful business with a sales team, and even, solopreneur founders that are growing. They're so busy doing stuff and hitting so many bases that lots of things fall through the cracks. Well, it's the quality that falls through the cracks that we just get people focusing on. It's the opportunities already sitting there in their CRM, in their network, in their existing relationships, but they're so focused on outbound and they're so focused on ads that they're missing the extra value that they can get from everything that comes from those two activities. And I guess that's where we sit in that invisible gap that's opportunities laying in plain sight, so to speak.
Yep. Well, I'm really excited because, you know, since I heard about you and what you do, I started using one of your tools, and we'll talk about that later. But I kind of started to realize like how important having referral partners is, and how important it is just to talk to people in your network. You know, I know so many people, and right now there's too many where I don't know where to start. And I know you're gonna help me do that and figure out who to talk to. But recently, we've been talking to more of those people, and we've been making deals because of that. So it's really incredible.
Right? And that's awesome. And back to your point, it's communicating with people in your network, but then it's communicating the right way. And they're just little tweaks. This is the thing. And what we see a lot of is business owners out doing a lot of networking. They're going to a lot of in-person breakfast, lunches, dinners, industry events. They're going to lots of online networking. They all have different systems and processes, but then they're having conversations, but those conversations aren't going to the next step. And if you just tweak who you're having the conversations with and how you're having the conversations with them, then results just speed up. It becomes exponential. And it really is a very, very simple process of just changing some context and looking for referral partners as opposed to looking for your next deal.
Yep.
Because one referral partner can completely change your business and fill your sales pipeline. So you're really only one referral partnership away from, you know, really accelerating your sales. But it's then how do you have that nuanced conversation with your existing clients that leads to an introduction to the right referral partners that leads to lots of referrals from that referral partner. So they're the
Yep.
conversations that we're having in the marketplace.
And I think I'm like a lot of business owners or entrepreneurs or just, but I've done networking everywhere, big events, and I was always looking for my next client. And that's what I was doing wrong is I need to look for my next partner, like you're saying, and that's a game changer.
Yeah.
And I believe that it'll help your relationship with anybody that you meet because you're not just trying to sell them, you know?
Yeah, it's a really good point, Nick, and it's what you do really well. You lead with value. When you lead with value for the other person rather than looking for a transaction, everything changes for you, right? Because your confidence goes up. You know that there's something, you're talking to the right people, you've got something you already know and have proven is valuable to them. Therefore, it's very easy to have a conversation with them. It takes so much pressure off you because you're not at the outset, um, you can see the salespeople that or the business people that are coming at you and they got like, I want your list. I want your contacts.
Yep.
They have a look and a feel about them. And that's what puts people's barriers up. All right.
Hmm.
But when you deliver the value that you deliver, like you do, and you have a conversation just around giving that value up front, it takes so much pressure off them and off you. That breeds consistency. The sales teams, it confidence confidence breeds consistency. Consistency gets results. It's really that simple. Yep.
Yep.
And to your point, you're experiencing it, and I know that you know Michael Hamoon as well. I was chatting to him recently. He was talking about his experience of bringing on 6 partners, all of which are driving new revenue. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah, I've learned a lot from him, which he's learned from you. So it's kind of going from you to him to me, and now it's from you to him to me, and now me to you one on one, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
So
And then, we're collaborating around different partnerships as well. So
yeah,
it's a real network effect, and it becomes your partner ecosystem, and it takes on a life of its own when you fill it with quality people. It's like anything, you fill it with quality people, they know quality people, and they know lots of your clients, your potential clients. Mm.
now I know that you have a couple programs that you take people through. Would you want to talk about that?
Yeah, it started back with me being forced to sit down and look at the patterns of what was working for me in all these different businesses, because every time I went into a new business, maybe they had a marketing budget and times they didn't. So it was just like go and find your own deals and convert them. Or if there was with some of the larger businesses that I worked in, there was a marketing budget, but it was never leading to sales qualified leads that I could actually convert into a deal. So therefore I was having to actually create my own leads, and I was doing that through building referral relationships, referral networks. But I was doing it organically because I'd done it so often. So I had to really sit back and think about, how do I actually break this down into a framework or a formula that I can actually teach other people to do exactly what I'm doing so they can get the same result? And so when I started to break that down, I came up with 9 core areas that you need to focus on. I built that into what is now the referral marketing formula. And then I've created a fast start program. So it's a really powerful yet low cost entry point for people to come in and within 3 days build out their initial referral partner model, so that they can then go and start having conversations with clients and potential referral partners, getting some market feedback, and then building those that partner program, and then building those referral partner relationships. And then obviously that got everybody started fast. Then they wanted so I called that the Partnerships Fast Start program, which you've got some exposure to. And then obviously off the back of that, people that want to accelerate and scale through partnerships, they typically are looking for a little bit more ongoing support. So I built the Partnerships Builder community, which is a weekly office hours where people can come in and connect with me directly each week. So yeah, that's basically what we do from a product and support perspective when helping businesses build referral partnerships. Yeah.
That's really awesome. For everybody listening, you know who to contact. This is a game changer for anybody, especially business owners. And how can they reach out to you?
Yeah, look, I'll give you some links that you can drop into the show notes, Nick. I mean, the easiest place to find me is just search for referral marketing ideas in LinkedIn, and you can connect with me there or follow me there. Or alternatively, referralmarketingideas.com is an easy one as well. But as I said, we'll get some links into the show notes for you.
Yep, of course. Awesome. And when you're working with business owners, what's like the top 3 tips that you give them?
Top 3 tips:
Yeah.
get really clear on who your ideal customer profile is and who your ideal referral partner profile is. And the easiest way to identify your ideal customer profile, if you're an existing successful business, is just actually start to look at your best customers. Pick your top 3 to 5 customers. There's a profile pattern there. Your best customers can lead you to your ideal referral partners, because whoever those people are dealing with, vendors, suppliers, um, sales reps, advisors of all different flavors, those people will typically have lots of clients just like your current customer. So the question is then, how do you go and have a conversation with your existing customers and have them introduce you into their existing other businesses that they're working with, suppliers, vendors, etc.? How do you have those conversations, get those introductions, and then have that partner relationship conversation with those businesses? Because once you unlock that partner relationship, they lead you to hundreds of new clients, thousands of new clients, tens of thousands of new clients, hundreds of thousands of new clients, depending on what level your business is operating in. You might not need tens of thousands of clients if you're a local business, but if you If you're a regional business, you want bigger networks and bigger connections. If you're a national business, it just all levels up. Same with global businesses. The principles and strategies are the same. The tactics just change based on whether you're a small business or whether you're a large business or somewhere in between. Mm. So yeah, those two things. Really be clear on, profile your best clients, set in place a conversation framework that gets them to introduce you to other suppliers that they're using, and then have a partner program that adds value to that supplier. Don't just expect to go into that supplier and go, "Hey, dude, I'm here. I'm a nice guy. I run a good business. Send me all your customers." That that relationship-based approach takes a really long time to build that relationship and trust. When you have a dedicated partner program that you can clearly articulate, and you have a value proposition that means something to the partner that you're talking to, the speed of trust, the runway gets really short, right? They want to know you. They make an effort to know you. That then speeds everything up. You get to that trust factor really quickly, and that means that they like you. You've got value to deliver, and therefore they will start to introduce clients to you. You can systemize that. That's basically the message here.
That's a good message, and you're currently helping me figure out who my ideal client is and who my ideal referral partner is. So I'm excited to dive into that more with you because it's exciting.
Yeah, it is. And it's liberating, right? Because, and I'm not anti outbound. You should be doing outbound. And we actually show you how to do outbound constructively to your ideal referral partners. Once you know who they are, they're very easy to find. And once you've got a powerful value proposition, they're then easy to engage. So then you're not reliant on customers referring you. That's the starting point. But once you're clear on your partner program and your value, you can go and have partnership conversations at will. With the outbound outreach, cold outreach to new logos, we're not anti that, but where you're getting connections and where you're getting results, how do you then leverage that new client relationship to get more partners? Same with inbound, right? If you've got good ad campaigns that are leading to sales, that's great. But once you've got that customer relationship, how are you leveraging that customer relationship to expand deals that don't rely on cold outreach and don't rely on solely on inbound ads? Then you've got true independence around your business model, because now you can just go into networks, have constructive conversations, get results.
This is such a game changer. I learned a lot, and your philosophy and what you teach, it's not really taught. You know,
There's a lot of information out there on networking, and even a lot of networking organizations, they have great models, but each one has a different model. Each one has a different process. Each one has a different admin. So that makes it hard for everybody. Um, when you've got the right formula and the right technology across your partner network, you can get everybody functioning and operating in the same way. So it's consistent for everybody in your network and easier for you, regardless of what networking events they're involved in. And then, you know, the other the other thing is that you build really solid relationships with partners, and you know business is hard and lonely. So when you've got a really constructive partner network model, you're building really strong ecosystems, strong engagement, lots of collaboration. It's just a fun way to do business as well. Mm.
yeah. Speaking of technology, I know that you have your own tool that you created, and it's awesome. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, well, it's not necessarily my tool that I created. So it's the Refer It app from referit.ai that we work with. So not my product, but it's a platform that we've found to be really useful, really simple to use, and we certainly recommend it to all of our referral partners. And yeah, there's a free or a complimentary version that I can give your listeners access to. So we'll drop that link into the chat if they want to check out the technology that we're using with all of our partners as
Be awesome.
part of the formula, right? So you need a process, you need the strategy, the tactics, and you need to take action. And when you want to take action consistently, you need to systemize that process, and that's where we back or where we use Referral is to actually be the vehicle to drive that referral marketing formula faster.
Yep. I I've been using it. I haven't dived into it deep yet, and you told me that you're gonna teach me how to use it right. And but it's so convenient to refer people. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it gives you one common platform to collaborate with partners and interact with partners that it because everyone's got a different CRM, everybody's got a different communication process that they prefer or engage with. This just allows you to have a common platform across all of your networks, across all of your referral partners, and everybody knows exactly where to go to find the information that they need in and around the partnership and then how to engage. So, yeah, really simple tool to use, but like any piece of technology, it's how do you use it? What what are you using it for, and how are you using it dictates the success of the technology. Not the technology doesn't dictate your success. It's your strategy and tactics and processes that you're applying on a piece of technology that makes things either go fast and get you great results or go fast and get you bad results faster, right? The technology is just the enabler. And you want good technology, but you want good strategy, tactics, and processes overlaid over the tech to get the right results quicker.
That's for sure. With any technology. Yeah, yeah, no, what you're doing and how to use it to your advantage.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So the tech is ridiculously simple. Anyone can use it. The power comes in applying the right strategy to the technology. That's when things move quickly.
Yep. Well, I can't wait to learn what that is. So, thank you. Well, before we wrap this up, I gotta ask you. So, my slogan is "Your abilities are infinite." What does that mean to you?
Um, it it means to me it means mindset, right? The biggest thing the biggest thing that holds most people back is mindset. And but you impressed me from day one, and you're very much an inspiration because your mindset is that you're just going to get shit done, and you're just going to go and do it, and nothing's going to stop you. That's a unique skill, right? There's so many people that are holding themselves back because they just don't have the confidence to take that next step and do that next action. And so if you get your mindset right, everything else gets easier. And getting your mindset right is not an easy thing to do. But yeah, look at today. There's lots of things changing, but there's also lots of opportunity. Like every change, there's lots of opportunity. It's about how do you frame things, and then how do you respond as opposed to react, right? So yeah, just work on this as much as you work on everything else that's out there, and that's where results come from. Results start inside your head with a vision, and then it's about taking small steps and actions, get some results. Momentum gets results. And if it's not the result you want, then you've learned something and you can move on. You've learned what not to do, right? Go, keep going. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing that we've always instilled into our kids: choices and consequences. You make some choices, you get the consequences. You don't like those consequences, make different choices next time.
Hmm. Yep.
Not happy with the
Well,
result you're getting, do something different.
yep. I love your answer because mindset is everything. I learned that right away when I started this journey of becoming an entrepreneur. And a lot of the drive I have is because I want to show people that you are capable of more than you think. And
Yeah,
that's why I started this podcast. It's called the Infinite Abilities Podcast because I want to inspire others to do more. So yeah, I
yeah,
think that's awesome.
and you are inspiring, mate. It's impressive what you're doing, and the beauty the beauty of this current point in time as well is just there's so many opportunities, so much technology that to embrace and make things easier to get to market, to get a message out to. So it's, how how do you take something that you're passionate about, go and build a community and serve that community to the best of your ability, and you win.
Mhm.
It's a simple formula. So, yeah,
Yep. I love it. Awesome. Well, Derek, thank you so much for being on the show. It was really incredible. I learned a lot, and everything that you are doing to help others is incredible, and I can't wait to learn more from you. So
yeah.
thank you again.
And thanks for having me, Nick. I really appreciate it. Look forward to working with you guys ongoing as well. And yeah, let's go and kick some goals.
All right, sounds good. If you enjoyed this show, please go ahead and share it on your Instagram story and tag me in the Nick Yerhart. Also, go ahead and share it anywhere else that you see fit because the only way that I can grow this is by you guys sharing it. I don't sell anything on here. I don't have any sponsors, so let's just get it out there by word of mouth and help more people. Alright, everyone, remember your abilities are infinite.